question is question number 14. If sine inverse 1 upon 5 plus cos inverse x is equal to 1, then find the value of x. This is important question. Pay extra attention over here. Then sine inverse 1 upon 5 plus cos inverse x as it is equal to 1. 1 can be written as a sine pi by 2. Sine pi by 2 is equal to 1. Then sine inverse 1 upon 5 plus cos inverse x equals to pi by 2. Taking sine inverse both sides, this particular sine, this sine and this sine removed. So we have sine inverse 1 upon 5 plus cos inverse x is equal to pi by 2. Next step, sine inverse 1 upon 5, we will take this cos inverse to the right hand side so that we can use that identity number 1. So sine inverse 1 upon 5 is equals to pi by 2 minus cos inverse x is equal to sine inverse x. Why? Because sine inverse x plus cos inverse x is equal to pi by 2. This is formula we have already studied. So now the value of sine inverse x will be 90 minus cos inverse x. So instead of this pi by 2 minus cos inverse x, we put sine inverse x. It is here. So that is our this thing value. Then this is equal to, because of this identity we have sine inverse x, implies x is equal to, now what is this, 90 minus cos inverse x is equal to sine inverse x, and this implies x is equal to, because of this, these two, taking sine both sides, so this sine inverse and this sine inverse will be removed. So x is equal to this 1 upon 5. So that is x is equal to 1 upon 5. 1 upon 5 is the value of x that was asked in the question. So the next question is, if tan inverse x minus 1 upon x minus 2 plus tan inverse x plus 1 upon x plus 2 is equal to pi by 4, then find the value of x. Very simple question. Here simply you will use that formula tan inverse x plus tan inverse y equals to tan inverse x. You will use that identity here, that formula tan inverse x plus tan inverse y equals to pi by 4. So that formula will be tan inverse x plus tan inverse y equals to tan inverse x plus y upon 1 minus xy. So the solution is for this question, since the identity is tan inverse x plus tan inverse y, as I told you, tan inverse x plus y upon 1 minus xy, so this we will put tan inverse, this is x, so here it is x plus y upon 1 minus xy, and the right hand side is pi by 4. So this pi by 4. The next is tan inverse x plus y upon 1 minus xy is equal to pi by 4, implies tan inverse, taking LCM, this x minus 2 and x minus 2 into x plus 2, x minus 2 into x plus 2 that we have taken, and this is cancelled here. So x minus 1 into x plus 2 here, and then plus x plus 1 into x minus 2, and then x minus 2 into x plus 2 into 1 here, and then minus x minus 1 into x plus 1 here. Next step is tan inverse and multiplication, simplification of this. A plus b into a minus b, x square minus 4 minus x square plus 1, and the above is x square plus x minus 2 plus x square minus x minus 2 is equal to pi by 4. Now tan inverse x square plus x minus 2 plus x square minus x minus 2, the numerator is same, x square minus 4 minus x square plus 1 is same thing we have written here, implies this is equal to x square plus x square is 2x square, and then this plus x minus x cancel, and then minus 4 upon this x square and this x square cancel, so minus 3, and is equal to tan pi by 4. Now taking tan both side, so tan and then tan inverse 4 minus 2x square. Why it is 4 minus? Because this minus we have multiplied in the numerator. So then is equal to this tan and tan inverse removed, tan pi by 4 here. Now tan pi by 4 is 1. The next step, 4 minus 2x square upon 3, tan and tan inverse removed, is equal to 1. Cross multiplication, 4 minus 2x is equal to 3 into 1, 3. Implies 2x square, 4 minus 3 is equal to 1. So 2x square is equal to 1. So x square is equal to 1 by 2 and x is equal to plus minus 1 upon root 2. This is our final solution of this question. Let us start the next one. Find the values of each of the expressions in the following problems. What are the problems? The first is sine inverse sine 2 pi by 3. Now you need to understand here, we had explained, briefed about that principal value branches for sine inverse, tan inverse and cosec inverse, and another one for cos inverse, sec inverse and cot inverse. So let us start. Solution for this, since 2 pi by 3, 2 pi by 3 means 60 into 2, 120 degree, that means second quadrant, and you are knowing that sine, the principal branch of sine inverse is fall in first quadrant and fourth only, but this angle belongs to second quadrant. So we will say that since sine inverse belongs to minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2, so this 2 pi by 3 does not belong into this particular range. So therefore we need to readjust a little. So look at here. Now since here sine inverse is here, and sine inverse belongs to this first quadrant and this fourth quadrant, and 2 pi by 3 is here, which is in second quadrant. So second quadrant sine inverse has no relationship. So what we are going to do now, we will reduce this angle to first or fourth quadrant. So therefore sine inverse sine 2 pi by 3 is equal to sine inverse. Now this is very interesting, you need to pay attention here. We need to break this numerator into two parts in such a way that the first one is maximum and the second one is minimum, two parts. Another condition, the first part must be divisible by this denominator. So now 2 pi can be written as 3 pi minus pi, maximum, minimum. Second condition, this first part, the coefficient must be divisible by this. So it is divisible, so that means our condition is fulfilled. So we will take this. So now as I wrote here 3 pi minus pi upon 3, so breaking this denominator here, this division sign. So sine inverse sine 3 pi upon 3, 3 cancel, so pi and minus pi by 3. pi minus theta. Now pi minus theta means second quadrant, so it is sine theta. So sine inverse sine pi by 3, positive. In second quadrant sine is positive. Now since pi by 3 belongs to first quadrant, so therefore we can remove now this sine and sine inverse. So as pi by 3 falls between minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2, therefore its value sine inverse sine 2 pi by 3, its value is pi by 3. That's all about this question. Interesting, tricky, smaller, but reasoning. Next one, 18th, tan sine inverse 3 by 5 plus cot inverse 3 by 2. Now for this, let it be equation 1. For solution, let sine inverse 3 by 5 is equal to x. Then sine x will be 3 by 5. Sine x will be 3 by 5. Then sine x is equal to 3 by 5. So that means we can take triangle, right angle triangle. Here we have angle x and ABC. Then 3 upon 5. Sine means perpendicular upon hypotenuse, 3 upon 5. Okay, so now using Pythagoras theorem here, 5 5 is 25 minus 3 3 is 9, so its value is 4. The base is 4. Now as outside we have tan, so let us try to find out its value in terms of tan. So tan x will be perpendicular upon base, so this 3 upon 4, so that is 3 upon 4. Now this we have supposed, and we found that sine inverse 3 upon 5 in terms of tan. Now cot inverse 3 by 2 we are going to find out. Let it be y, then simply cot y is equal to 3 by 2 implies tan y means reciprocal of this side, so 2 upon 3. Now both the terms, this first and second, we got in terms of tan, so we can use here that formula, tan inverse x plus tan inverse y. Therefore from 1 we get tan, this is outside tan, and inside x plus y. The value of this sine inverse 3 by 5 we have supposed x, and then second one cot inverse 3 by 2 is equal to y. So tan x plus y, this becomes tan x plus y, and that is identity here, tan x plus tan y upon 1 minus tan x tan y, equals to value of tan x is 3 by 4 here, and the value of tan y is 2 by 3 here. Same thing, 1 minus 3 by 4 into 2 by 3 equals to 4 3s are 12, 4 3s are 12. These two will be cancelled later on after taking LCM, and 9 plus 4 2s are 8, and 12 minus 3 2s are 6. 17 upon 6. That's all over here. The value of tan sine inverse 3 by 5 plus cot inverse 3 by 2 is equal to 17 by 6. Next question, number 19, cos inverse cos 7 pi by 6 is equal to. Now you need to be again very careful about these. All options are given. It is actually MCQ type, but you concentrate here. 7 pi by 6. Pi by 6 means 30, and 30 into 7 means third quadrant. Now again, this cos inverse, the value of this angle went out of its principal branch. So then for that we need to reduce it. Let us go for the solution. 7 pi by 6 equals to 210 degree, means angle lies in third quadrant, and you can see here the angle is lying here 210 degree between 270 and 180. So that is, this is third quadrant, but cos inverse, the maximum reach is up to pi. From 0 to pi, cos inverse can travel into first and second quadrant only. So for that we are going to break it cos inverse. Now I told you the maximum and the minimum. There will be two parts of the numerator, the maximum and the minimum. So for that, cos inverse cos 7 pi will be 6 pi plus pi upon 6. 6 pi coefficient is divisible by 6, and then minimum value of this second part pi. Now we'll divide this division over here, 6 pi upon 6 plus pi by 6. So 6 cancel in this case, pi plus pi by 6, pi by 6 here. Then is equal to cos inverse, then cos pi plus theta. Pi plus theta means third quadrant, and in third quadrant cos is negative. So cos pi plus theta is equal to minus cos theta. Minus cos theta. Then this is equal to cos inverse. As you know, cos inverse minus theta is equal to pi minus cos inverse theta. These all formulae we have studied in the beginning. So this pi minus cos inverse theta, that so cos inverse minus cos pi by 6 is equal to pi minus cos inverse cos pi by 6. As this pi by 6 belongs to first quadrant, and that first also belongs to cos inverse x and as well as sin inverse x also, but our concern is here cos inverse x. So cos inverse and cos will be removed, so we will have pi minus, as pi by 6 is equal to 30 degree, belongs to first quadrant, therefore it is equal to pi minus pi by 6 is nothing but LCM. 6 pi minus pi, 5 pi by 6, and 5 pi by 6 is the final value of this question, and that option is B. So option B is the right option. Next MCQ is 20th, that is sin pi by 3 minus sin inverse minus 1 by 2 is equal to, we have to check out of these four. So let us go for the solution. Sin question, sin pi by 3 minus sin inverse minus 1 by 2, 1 by 2. So as we know, sin inverse minus theta is equal to minus sin inverse theta. So that this minus will go here. Sin inverse minus theta is equal to minus sin inverse theta. So this minus and this minus will become plus in the next step. So that is equal to sin. So this sin pi by 3 and minus into minus plus sin inverse 1 by 2 equals to sin pi by 3 sin inverse 1 by 2. Sin will give this value at 30. So sin inverse sin pi by 6. Since pi by 6 belongs to first quadrant, so sin inverse and sin will be removed. So it is equal to sin pi by 3, this pi by 3 plus pi by 6. So then taking LCM, sin 6, and then this 2 pi plus pi is equal to 3 pi by 6. 3 to ja 6. So sin 90 pi by 2 is equal to 1. So that means the option D is the right option. So the right option is D. Right option is D. Next question. Question number 21. And the last question of this exercise, that is tan inverse root 3 minus cot inverse minus root 3 is equal to out of these four. Let us go for the solution. Tan inverse root 3 minus cot inverse Now the question is tan inverse root 3 minus cot inverse minus root 3. So tan inverse, we have here tan inverse this root 3 tan will give us at pi by 3. So tan pi by 3 is equal to root 3. So we have written tan inverse tan pi by 3. Next is minus and cot inverse minus root 3. So before that you need to understand one thing. Since cot inverse minus theta is equal to pi minus cot inverse theta, so this we are going to use here. So then cot inverse minus root 3 will be pi minus cot inverse root 3 here, pi minus cot and this root 3, and this root 3 cot will give us at pi by 6 30 degree, cot 30. So that is equals to pi by 3 tan and tan inverse removed because pi by 3 belongs to first quadrant. So pi by 3 minus pi and the minus minus plus, and cot inverse and cot also removed because pi by 6 belongs to first quadrant. So this implies equals to LCM 6 2 pi minus 6 pi plus pi. This is equal to minus 4 plus 5 minus 3 pi by 6. So 3 2 ja 6 minus pi by 2. So minus pi by 2 means B is the right option. Okay, so that's all about this exercise. And now we will start next exercise, that is miscellaneous exercise of chapter number 2, that is inverse trigonometry. Find the value of the following problems. The first question here, like what did we do in the previous exercise, cos inverse cos 13 pi by 6. Interesting things you will notice, as it is 13 pi, so you need to break this into two parts. First is maximum and the second is minimum. But condition number 2, the first part's coefficient of first part must be divisible by the denominator. So we will write here near y of 13, we will break it near 13 pi. So near 13 pi means 12 pi plus pi, we can write it as 13 pi, and 12 is divisible by 6, so our aim is fulfilled. So now what we are going to do, we will break this division here, 12 pi upon 6, so 6 2s are 12, we will be writing in next 2 pi is equal to cos inverse cos 2 pi plus pi by 6, pi by 6 here. And cos 2 pi plus theta means first quadrant, and in first quadrant cos will be positive, so cos theta, cos inverse cos pi by 6. As pi by 6 belongs to first quadrant, so we can remove these two. So this is equal to, where pi by 6 belongs to 0 to pi means that range principal branch value, so is equal to pi by 6. So the value is pi by 6. So that's all about this question number 1. Question number 2, tan inverse tan 7 pi by 6. Now again we will break this 7 pi into two parts. So tan 6 pi plus pi by 6, we will break this division here, and then this 6 and 6 will cancel. So this is equal to tan inverse tan pi plus pi by 6 over here, pi by 6 here. Okay. So then tan pi plus theta means third quadrant, and in third tan is positive. So we'll write here tan inverse tan pi by 6. Now as you can see, this pi by 6 belongs to first quadrant, so we can cancel these two, tan inverse and tan equals to pi by 6. That is the value of this question number 2. Very simple small questions are there. Question number next 3 will start with the prove that. Now different questions but important, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, like that. These all questions are very important. 2 sin inverse 3 by 5 is equal to tan inverse 24 by 7. We have to prove it by taking left hand side and then reaching to the right hand side, or taking right hand side then reaching to the left hand side. So let's sine inverse. Now we are not taking left hand side directly, but we are taking a part of left hand side, that is sine inverse 3 by 5 is equal to x. Then sine x will be equal to 3 by 5. Then tan x, as you can see in that same way, this right angle triangle perpendicular upon hypotenuse 3, 5, and then 25 minus 9, this would be 4. So tan x means perpendicular upon base, so 3 upon 4. So this is tan x. We got the value of tan x is equal to 3 by 4. Now next is x is equal to, taking tan inverse both side, x is equal to tan inverse 3 by 4. So then sine inverse, this x we got, now x was sine inverse 3 by 5. So x is equal to tan inverse 3 by 4 implies x is sine inverse 3 by 5 equals to tan inverse 3 by 4. Now in place of sine inverse 3 by 5 we can put tan inverse 3 by 5. Now the question you should ask, the question that should arise here is, why did we change this sine inverse 3 by 5 into tan inverse? Okay, so that you will understand now, because at that time it will become 2 tan inverse x, and 2 tan inverse x can be easily converted into tan inverse simple thing. So 2 tan inverse, we have formula, that is equal to tan inverse 2x upon 1 minus x square. So now we are going to write 2 sine inverse 3 by 5 is equal to, now question was this, left hand side it is converted into 2 is as it is outside, and sine inverse 3 by 5 is equal to tan inverse 3 by 4 from here. So it is 2 tan inverse 3 by 4 equals to tan inverse. Now that formula I am going to use, 2 tan inverse x is equal to tan inverse 2x upon 1 minus x square. Now what is x? We have 3 upon 4. So 2x upon 1 minus x square, this we will be using here, this formula here. Okay, so this is nothing but 2 upon this 4 4 just 16. So in the next step, 3 by 2, 2 2 ja 4 cancel, 3 by 2 upon 4 4 ja, the square of this 2, 9 by 16, 16 taken to this 1, so 16 minus 9 upon 16 equals to tan inverse 3 by 2 into 16 by 9, 16 minus 9 is equal to 7, 2 8 ja 16, so 8 3 ja 24 by 7 is equal to right hand side, hence proved. That's all about this question number 3. Next question number 4 is 8 upon 17 plus sine inverse 3 upon 5 is equal to tan inverse 77 upon 36. Before we proceed for the solution, you need to understand here one thing, that you got this right hand side as a single term and the left hand side is having two terms. So in such questions where question number 4, 5, 6, 7 and so on, when you are supposed to prove these terms, you need to concentrate on this first term, whether it is given in the left hand side or right hand side, this single term. You should target this term, and this 2 or more terms in the left hand side or right hand side, whichever side where the terms are more, those terms are need to be converted into this inverse trigonometric function. If it is sine inverse, then you need to convert these 2 into sine inverse. If it is tan inverse, then we need to convert these 2 into tan inverse. This is a simple thing, just you concentrate here how we proceed. Let us go for the solution. Sine inverse 8 upon 17 plus sine inverse 3 upon 5 is equal to This is our question. Tan inverse 77 upon 36. This is equation number 1. Now, as I told you, sine inverse 8 upon 17. Let us suppose it equals to x. Then sine x is equal to 8 upon 17 here. Then sine x is equal to perpendicular upon hypotenuse. So here we have 17, then here should be 15, as 17, 289 and minus 64 is equal to 225 and its square root is 15. So we got this base of this particular triangle. Now, as I told you, you need to convert this sine inverse 8 upon 17 into tan inverse. So why? Because our right hand side is in tan. So the value of tan theta is equal to perpendicular upon base. So tan theta is equal to tan x is equal to 8 upon 15. Now we'll take next. Now this second one, sine inverse 3 upon 5. So sine inverse 3 upon 5, let it be y. Then sine y is equal to 3 upon 5. And then as I told you earlier also, this will right angle triangle, perpendicular upon hypotenuse, and then base is 4. So tan theta is equal to perpendicular upon base. This is 3 upon 4. Now we'll go back to the question with all these values. So putting these suppositions, what all we have made here. So we get what we get. This look at here. This we have supposed as x, so it is x. Second one is y, so x plus y is equal to right hand side as it is. Now this implies we are taking tan both sides, so tan x plus y is equal to 77, equation number 2. Now this is a very simple question. Now this is our target question. We need to prove this tan x plus y is equal to 77 by 36. So we have this formula in our general trigonometry, tan a plus b is equal to tan a plus tan b upon 1 minus tan a tan b, that we are going to use here, as tan x plus y is equal to tan x plus tan y upon 1 minus tan x and tan y. So we'll substitute all these values. Tan x is equal to 8 upon 15 here, and tan y is equal to 3 upon 4 here, tan y. So 1 minus tan x into tan y, which is equal to LCM. This thing 15 into 4, 15 into 4, 60 cancel, 8 4 is 32 plus 15 3 is 45, and this is equal to 32 plus 45, 77 upon 36, 60 minus this 24 is equal to 36 is equal to right hand side, hence proved. That's all about this question. So you need to concentrate here in this format where the two, or as I told you, 2 or more terms are given. You need to give supposition with some other variables, and then targeting the right hand side or the left hand side, means the single term, whichever it is. So those inverse trigonometric functions are need to be converted into that single function, whether it is tan inverse or cot inverse or cos inverse or sine inverse, that we will see in the following questions. So you will be more clear in the next few questions.